Jaguar Wright has always danced with chaos, but this time, she didn't just flirt with the fire. She drenched the stage in gasoline and struck the match in full view. When Jaguar talks, the industry listens. But when she drops names, panic spreads faster than a headline. And this time, the name was none other than Keith Urban. There was no coy buildup, no cryptic trail. Jaguar went straight for the jugular, alleging that the country music heavyweight wasn't merely indulging in a tour romance.
Not to get to what seems like the week's biggest celebrity story. What seems like a sudden breakup between Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman, married for 19.
He allegedly fathered a secret child with his 25-year-old guitarist, Maggie Ba. According to Jaguar, she's been sitting on this certified chaos for months, choosing the right moment to let it detonate, and this isn't just tour bus whispers or romantic tension caught on hot mics. Jaguar claims it's a full-scale cover-up involving silenced payouts, legal chess moves, and possibly even falsified medical documents to erase all traces of a baby die in her now infamous, late-night livestream, grainy, unfiltered, and burning with intensity. She declared, "This isn't gossip. This is the secret they buried 6 feet under, and forgot I was still holding the shovel." The internet didn't scroll past. It combusted. Within hours, timelines flooded, and every new thread unraveled another layer of the story, each twist darker than the last. And the spark? It may have ignited back on September 25 in Chicago, when Keith Urban took the stage for what was supposed to be a regular stop on his High and Alive tour. But toward the end, the atmosphere shifted. While performing The Fighter, a track long understood to be a musical love note to wife Nicole Kidman, he swapped a line that changed everything. Instead of the familiar, "When they're trying to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter," Keith turned to Maggie Ba and sang, "When they're trying to get to you, Maggie, I'll be your guitar player."
Rough relationship, and that's why I'm curious about the clause in the contract. Nicole knew very, very early on that Keith had.
It slipped past the crowd in the moment. But the cameras didn't miss it. And neither did Maggie. Hours later, she shared the clip on her Instagram, captioning it, "Did he just say that?" With 2 sharp, telling emojis, one peeking through its fingers and another with its brain mid-explosion. It wasn't impulsive. It was calculated. Nashville insiders have since called it a masterstroke of strategic opportunism. One source close to the artist development scene said, "She knew exactly what kind of wildfire that post would spark." Risky? Absolutely. But genius. And it worked. The moment the clip hit social media, speculation hardened into storyline, and the fallout was immediate. 3 days later, on September 28, Nicole Kidman filed for divorce. Quietly? Not even close. The filing demanded primary custody of their children with a specific 306-day split in her favor, a curious figure, one that legal experts believe was a preemptive strike in what could become a drawn-out custody dispute. Then came the cleanup. Within hours of the divorce news, the Chicago concert footage began vanishing. YouTube. The upheaval in Keith Urban's personal life didn't end with the divorce filing, it was just the beginning of a full-scale reset. By mid-October, whispers turned to confirmation. Keith had abruptly dismantled his long-standing touring band. Not a reshuffle. A clean sweep. The same musicians who had stood behind him for over 20 years were quietly let go. One Nashville music director described it bluntly, "That's not just rebranding, that's trying to erase the man you used to be." At the same time, Urban packed up and left the...
Reports put Nicole's worth at $250 million. Reports put Keith's worth at approximately $75 million. So tremendous disparity. However, she's the actress and he's the musician. So she takes the back seat at the Grammys and was always the supportive one. And then he takes the back seat for the SAG Awards or the Oscars or
sprawling family estate. No official word, no social media statement, just a U-Haul sighting and a new rental in a quieter, more tucked-away corner of Nashville. A stripped-back life, low profile. Intentional silence. One seasoned industry insider called it a textbook unraveling. And it's here that Jaguar Wright's allegations start to feel less like wild speculation and more like a missing piece of a bigger, carefully